Before we begin this special episode, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the tragic events that unfolded after the parade. Our thoughts and hearts remain with those affected by the incident. This episode is a reflection of the joy, unity, and emotion captured before the day turned. A tribute to what this club really represents to its core: love, resilience, belonging, and community. To those hurting, you'll never walk alone. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Fearless Fireside Chats. I am in a different location. Today, join me as we go to the Liverpool Football Club parade, where we celebrate the 20th Premier League title. We are going to be speaking to some fans. We're going to be chasing down the bus, and hopefully we'll get a sneak peek of some of the players. So join us on this momentous occasion and watch the space for a different kind of fireside chat. Hi everyone, I am standing here on the streets of Liverpool with Anfield behind me on such an important day. The day that we are all celebrating the 20th league title, where Liverpool are rightfully back on their perch. Banners waving, voices echoing, songs singing, generations celebrating, strangers hugging. For us, this is more than just football. Liverpool Football Club has united generations. It has united people across the world, different communities and different cultural backgrounds, with one thing: a sense of belonging, a sense of identity, and a sense of community. And that's what we want to highlight today in today's episode. I am taking to the streets and speaking to fans about what it really means to be a Liverpool fan. My dad raised us as Reds, and even though we lost him when we were really young, Liverpool has kept him alive through our memories and our journey, and we want to celebrate. So I am taken to the streets to hear more about the fans' journeys, how they became fans, what Liverpool Football Club means to them, and what "You'll Never Walk Alone" really means, and how deep it really runs. This episode is more than just about football. It's about legacy, it's about loyalty, and it's about belonging. So come with me into the chants, into the noise, and into the stories. Because when you walk through a storm with this football club, you never walk alone. Let's go. So we're here today on such a momentous day for the 20th league title. I want to ask you a couple of questions. Kevin, why and how did you become a Liverpool fan?
I became a Liverpool fan when Liverpool won the trophy back in 1977. And that was historic because they won in 1977, 78, 1979 and 80, 81. Yeah. Liverpool won it in 84 and we won it in 87, I think. You know what I mean? So.
And then again in 90.
And
then after that, you know, 2020.
Well, there you go.
What does it mean to be a Liverpool fan for you?
Oh, it means everything to be a Liverpool fan to me. Seriously, it means a lot. I wouldn't have come down here today if I wasn't a massive Liverpool fan, you know what I mean?
And where have you come from?
I've come all the way from North Wales.
Oh, nice.
North Wales. Nice. So I'm looking forward to getting back to see me dog. Oh. He's a champ.
And celebrating with him.
Yeah, celebrate with him as well. You know
and tell me,
I was in tears last night. Yeah. when all the football was playing, you know what I mean? I was in tears, like, you know what I mean? And it was just fucking brilliant. So I'm sorry for swearing.
You can.
I'm sorry.
I want all the emotion.
I'm sorry for swearing, but I was in tears last night.
And what does "You'll Never Walk Alone" mean to you?
It means everything. It means everything. Everything. I just can't put it into words.
So much emotion.
Oh, yeah. There's so much emotion going on.
Kevin, it was so lovely to meet you, and thank you for sharing your story.
It's not a problem. Not a problem.
I'd love to know what's your names and where you come from.
I'm Dave from Norwich. I'm Mike. I'm from Huddersfield.
And what has made you a Liverpool fan? Like, what's your kind of earliest memory, and why this club?
I've been a fan since about 1976, so it's going back a long time when I was living over this way. So you're either Man U fan or a Liverpool fan. And
You chose wisely.
I chose wisely after, and it was like probably about 1976. So, oh god, probably well over 45 years I've been following.
Any kind of monumental, instrumental moments that made you choose?
Well, I think when I first came to Anfield in 1981, and then still on the Cop before now. So just really always followed them, And there's been so many ups, quite a few downs recently, more ups than downs now. But yeah, it's interesting seeing the different states play. The different teams, the different iterations, managers come, managers go, and so on. So yeah, it's been really interesting journey. Yeah.
How about yourself?
Well, that's my bigger brother, older brother.
Right, so no choice.
I have no choice. Yeah, too. I have no choice. I've got two lads as well. They've got no choice either. Simple as that.
Same as my kids. No choice. No. It's actually my first conversation with my now husband was about Liverpool. So sometimes it runs in the family.
My wife is a Scouser.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you really did choose wisely in
every sense of the word. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Tell me what does Liverpool Football Club mean to you beyond football? What does it mean to be a Liverpool fan for you?
I think for me, it's seeing how the ethos of the club. I think more than anything else, there's no one bigger than the club. So everyone always pulls together, and I think it's the whole mentality around the club is what makes it special, and the ethos. And you can just see that in the past few managers they've had.
That's true, and also when you see anyone, when you speak to anyone, talk about Liverpool, you just get on with them straight as well. It's a way of life, that's what it is.
Yeah, for me, I feel like it's a sense of identity and belonging as well, right? Like you wear a red shirt and everyone's one big family, and strangers become friends and familiar, right? So it's a really good connection point. I feel, especially with this club, more so than any other club that we've witnessed, right? Tell me the words "You'll never walk alone." What does that really mean, and how would you complete that sentence?
That's a really good question. You'll never walk alone. How would you complete that? I don't think you can. I don't think you can complete it. I think it says it pretty well sums it up in what it is. And I think that's the whole ethos of the club. It's about that. You'll never walk alone.
Always be there for everyone. That's what it's about. Everyone's there together. That's the whole thing. Yeah, you never be alone, like I say.
If you had one message for Slot and the squad, what would it be?
Same again.
For many years, definitely. Yeah.
See you next year, lads.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Johan Roman, I'm coming from Gothenburg. Love Liverpool from all my life. I'm a previous goalkeeper, and Bruce Grobbelaar was my favorite.
Nice.
So that's why I started in the 80s, and we haven't won since then. But now we are here, and that's why I'm coming back.
Who did you come here with?
I'm all alone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it's been such a warm welcome in this crowd, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This is the same as Sweden, so it's always raining.
And just one quick question. What does "You'll never walk alone" mean to you?
Everything. Heart.
I love that. Well, enjoy your day. Thank you for your words. Hi, thank you for taking the time to chat.
You're welcome.
First off, love to hear who you are, where you've come from, why this club?
Of course, yeah. So my name is Azaz Sheikh. I'm actually from closer to Manchester, but I live in Toronto. So a bunch of us have come from Toronto, Canada.
International.
Oh, yeah. And I'm part of the supporters club out there. So I help run the supporters club, which is one of the ones that's we're kind of trying to push the envelope and really take that whole supporters club game to the next level.
Yeah.
So yeah, we came a long way today, and then we've also got local family here as well.
Nice. So why Liverpool? What's the story?
Yeah, it's funny. I've actually said this story a couple of times, including on BBC Anfield Rap. I actually literally started supporting Liverpool to piss my dad off, straight up. It was the opposite story to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so my dad emigrated from Pakistan and became a Man United fan.
No.
And I was 6 years old, and I just kind of wanted to do the opposite of what he did.
Wow.
And I became a Liverpool fan. And then ever since then, it's spreading the love, spreading the energy to other fans. And yeah, it's now the family club is Liverpool. So I was the circuit breaker, and then started again from there.
You broke the generational cycle.
Basically,
I love
yeah.
it.
And started a new one.
Tell me, what does this club mean to you?
Everything. It's literally the religion. It's the North Star. It's throughout everything, a bunch of us, life goes up and down, and Liverpool Football Club is one of those things that always stays consistent for those that believe, and we've all also as a club we've had our downs, but in those moments you kind of rally even more behind your own team, behind your whole family, and then you live for days like this, you live for times like this. And you know, we were at the Anfield Rap thing yesterday, and want to shout out Anfield Rap doing amazing stuff. And John Gibbo, who I consider a personal friend, said something amazing on the stage yesterday, which is, we've had so many character building things, we've had so many heartbreaks, let's just do this a lot now. You know, let's just win and keep winning. But it doesn't matter either way, whether it's like the ups or the downs, this is the consistent. And then for all of us, whether it's Saturday, Wednesday, it's something to like tent pole your whole week on. If you're having an amazing time in life, it's just a celebration. But in the moments where you're down, you can always look forward to the Liverpool game and know what you're going to get in that time.
100%. And I always feel like this is a club that is, the supporters are backing their teams, regardless of whether it's a win or lose situation. And you know, there's other clubs around the world where they're not doing so great, and their supporters are the first ones to throw them under the bus. 100%. You would never get that with the Liverpool fan club. And I feel like that's really built on the integrity and the loyalty that underpins the culture of this club.
Oh yeah, so Liverpool Football Club has like a whole different kind of DNA, which it's definitely more of a sports club. It's, you know, like a lifestyle. Earlier I said it's a religion, and it has those like core values embedded in it, you know. So different people follow different faiths, different people follow different communities, and those like pillars are always in those, whether it's a religion or a community, and we have those, right? So people will say things like, oh, Liverpool, this means more. From outside, they'll be like, oh, it's just another catchphrase. And like, there's no words that can capture what we do better than You'll Never Walk Alone, actually. You'll Never Walk Alone is the one. So yeah, realistically, it's like, for our relative to us, it's all good. Relative for us, like, we've been through it. And now it's back on our effing perch.
Yes, I love that. You spoke about the classic motto, You'll never walk alone. What does that really mean for you?
Honestly, again, everything. It's like, to support Liverpool, you know, you're part of this global family. And it's interesting because, like, growing up in the Northwest, so I was already up against it because I went to school in Stratford. That's like right Man U territory. And like day in, day out, week in, week out, they were winning as well. And it's like constantly being like shitted on all the time. And then the further and further you get, you realize that like the size of this global family. So like now, even what we have in Toronto, for example, like what we've got in Toronto is so special. It's like for some of the days you've got like queues outside for like 2-3 hours, and it's cold in Toronto in the winter, and people are standing outside in the snow, in the cold. But like, that's how much we love the club.
The dedication, right?
So You'll Never Walk Alone is the thing that binds us all together.
I love that. If you could say, kind of summarize this day or this title, number 20, in one word. Well, that's quite hard. Three words. What would it be?
I'd actually do it in one word, which is generational. It's generational. It's a generational moment, you know. I've kept saying it's 30 plus 5. 30 years plus another 5 years. You know, we got it 5 years ago, and like the world teased us, and here we are 5 years later, and look at this, you know.
And the magnitude of what this means to everyone here, right? Like, I think there's this thing that binds us all together, which is that culture, that identity, 100%. That belonging, and that community. And I feel like when I look around, there's a sea of red, but people from different backgrounds, cultures, walks of life, and different countries 100%. As well. So 100%. I think that's such an incredible thing to achieve on a global scale, like you said, but also to have that kind of close-knit community feel with that global footprint.
100%.
Right?
So on Saturday night, as part of the Liverpool Supporters Club in Toronto, I was invited to the it's OLSC, Official Liverpool Supporters Club, black tie dinner, and they literally had like all corners of the globe. So there was like nearly 200 different supporters clubs represented in one room on one night, and Rafa Benitez was the guest, and you know, he talked about Istanbul, and you know, yesterday was 20 years of Istanbul, and it's also 20 years of our championship. So it's like, exactly what you said is like, it means so much to so many people from around the world.
Oh, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you.
It's so nice that this message resonates so widely and across the globe.
And you know what? Congratulations to your pops as well. You know what? He'll be loving this right now, and especially looking down on you doing this as well, just taking it to that next level. It's really good.
Thank you. Thank you
Awesome.
so much. Oh, thank you. As I reflect on the parade, I just remember seeing streets that were a sea of red, flares, flags, chants echoing off buildings, laughter, tears, strangers wrapped in hugs like they'd known each other forever. And in the middle of it all, I stood still for a second, just taking it all in. Because this wasn't just a parade, it was legacy. This was love. This was home. I was born a Red, my brother too. We didn't choose this, but it was stitched into us from day one, passed down by our dad who lived and breathed this club. He loved the game, the grit, the players, but it was more than that. He loved what it stood for. Community, loyalty, never giving up. LFC was our language as a family, and when we lost him, that language didn't die. It was in every match we watch, in every chant we sing, every loss we shoulder, and every win we celebrate. Football kept him alive for us. And now, I'm raising my two boys just the same way. They wear the badge with pride, they know the songs, they know who he was, and through this club, they know where they came from. This 20th Premier League title, it's not just a trophy, it's a full circle moment. But it's a full circle moment not just for us. I met fans from all corners of the world, near and far, from Wales, England, Sweden, Malaysia, even halfway across the world. Some had never even stepped foot into Anfield, but they felt it too. The pride, the fire, that strange, beautiful magic that only Liverpool brings. Liverpool, it welcomes you. It makes space. It gives you something to belong to. And that word, belonging, that kept coming up. Everyone I asked, what does being a Liverpool fan really mean to you? Every single person gave me the same 3 words. It means everything. Not success, not the stats, not the silverware, everything. That's what this club is. It gets under your skin, into your heart, and somehow it stays there. In a world where there is so much change, this love, this club, it anchors us. This title isn't just a win, it's a homecoming. This club is not just something we follow, it's something we carry in our blood, in our bones, in the stories we pass down. For those of us who've lost loved ones, who've grieved in silence, who've shouted at the TV with no one standing next to us anymore, this club holds us. It reminds us that we are never really alone. Because when we say you'll never walk alone, it's not a slogan, it's a promise. We walk with our past, with our people, with strangers who feel like family. We walk through heartbreak, through history, and through glory, together, side by side, and that's what matters. That's the magnitude of Liverpool Football Club. It's not about 90 minutes, it's about a lifetime. Because this football club, it doesn't just shape how we watch football, it shapes how we show up in life. Through every comeback, every setback, every impossible moment, Liverpool reminds us who we are. It teaches us to fight, to believe, to rise. This isn't just a team, it's a mentality. One that says even when the odds are stacked up, we go again. Even when we're down, we stand tall. This club doesn't just ask for loyalty, it calls for something deeper out of us. It brings the mentality giants in all of us. This title isn't just number 20. It's a chapter in a story we're still writing. A story of love, a story of legacy, an unshakable truth that no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, if you're part of this club, you'll never walk alone. Thanks for tuning in to Fearless Fireside Chats. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If today's conversation really resonated with you, I am so glad. But don't be a gatekeeper. Share it. This is more than just a podcast. It's a movement. A place where we can bring really tough conversations to light and give a voice to the voiceless and power to the unheard. Remember, you are not alone. So let's keep breaking down barriers, lifting each other up and pushing for a world where everyone feels seen and heard. Until next time, stay bold, stay brave, and keep being fearless. Thanks for tuning in to Fearless Fireside Chats. I really hope you enjoyed this episode.